Being a woman is just truly exhausting. I just came out of Dollar Tree. I went in there for tampons, and I'm like standing in the feminine products aisle, and a man walks into the aisle, and I don't really think much of it, but of course I'm aware of my surroundings. And I'm like, you know what? There's ants. There's a huge ant bed right outside my apartment, so I need to go get some Raid to make sure they spray it on the door so they don't come into my apartment. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get that. I go over to that aisle across the store, and guess who appears in that aisle?
Men got to really start understanding how weird and how weird men are and how dangerous the world is for women just being in proximity to men. Now, I'm not in the world, you know, I'm not like single in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the world. I'm not a hermit, but I don't fully understand what's going on. I hear a lot of stuff and I read a lot of stuff. I read a lot of studies and I come across a lot of like academic information. So even with that though, I try to still listen to what people are saying, right? Like boots on the ground kind of situation. So there is this like discourse happening where I hear some women saying men don't approach us anymore. I hear men saying they don't approach women anymore. And I hear men talking about how the reasons why they don't approach women anymore. And then I hear women saying they don't want men to approach women. You know what I mean? Like I'm hearing all this stuff, right? And from what I can tell, from what I can glean from all of these conversations, I, it just comes down to men being weird at the end of the day. I do think that women want men to approach them if they, in general, I'm saying like women who are single, women who are in the market or whatever, they do want men to approach them, right? Okay. I don't think that women are opposed to that in general, from what I can tell. I don't think that's the issue. I, even if they're not in the market, to be honest with you, like that's not even the problem. The problem is men are weird. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the problem. And there are too many weird men. So it's like for every one decent interaction that a woman has, she has to endure 9,000 weird ones or awkward ones or bad ones. You know what I'm saying? So that makes the lot of women just be like, I don't want men to approach me. And then men turn around and they go, "Oh, y'all y'all calling for the police based on attraction." Like if a man approaches a woman and like, they're saying it's sexual harassment if she doesn't like you, but it's not if she does. Yeah, dummy. What do you guys think sexual harassment is? It is literally rooted in consent and non-consent. If somebody is consenting, how are you harassing them? I don't know why men act like that they don't understand that fucking very basic concept. So men are trying to like weaponize the idea that it's not that women it's not that women don't want any man to approach them, is that they want a certain type of man to approach them. Number 1. Number 2, they want to be approached in a certain way, right? It doesn't mean, and when I say a certain way, I don't mean they want to be approached in the exact same way every single time, but they wanted to have a certain level of respect. If that's like that's the best way I can put it. Again, I'm not a woman. I don't know. It just seems like kind of like logical to think that it's not that women don't want men to approach them, or it's not that, any of it's really just men are weird. It's just men are weird, and there's way too many weird interactions, and women are at risk anytime a man approaches them, and it makes women uncomfortable. So men have to be extra cautious of that, especially when you approach a woman in real life. That's what it is. If you are approaching women in real life, you need to be extra cautious. You need to be aware of everything. Time of day, where are you at? Proximity, who is around, your surroundings, her surroundings. Like if I'm if like when I'm in an elevator with a woman, I don't like to talk to her. And I know it seems like you can talk to disarm a person, and I'll like nod and smile, just you know what I'm saying? It's like, I do that with anybody, but like I don't really want to like talk to a woman in an elevator. I don't want her to feel uncomfortable. Like I'm not gonna start a conversation with her. You know what I mean? If she starts a conversation with me, fine, I'll talk to her. But I'm not gonna talk to a woman in a confined space like that because if I'm in, you know what I'm saying? Like why I could easily make her feel uncomfortable because of course she's on guard already. Then it's like whatever I say, more than likely she's gonna be like, oh, this dude, no matter how nice I am, no matter how approachable I am, I just feel like there's a high probability for that. And I completely understand that. I'm not gonna approach some woman on a dark fucking street. We're walking down the street together, and I'm gonna like walk up fast behind her and be like, hey, I saw you back there in the light, and you're very pretty. Like, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like it's like men don't have any situational awareness. They just feel like women are entitled. I'm sorry, men are entitled to a woman's time and energy, and that is like that's it. That's the thing. It's situations. It is weird shit like this that is turning women off from being approached by men.
Being a woman is just truly exhausting. I just came out of Dollar Tree. I went in there for tampons, and I'm like standing in the feminine products aisle, and a man walks into the aisle, and I don't really think much of it, but of course I'm aware of my surroundings. And I'm like, you know what? There's ants. There's a huge ant bed right outside my apartment, so I need to go get some Raid to make sure they spray it on the door so they don't come into my apartment. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get that. I go over to that aisle across the store, and guess who appears in that aisle? He does. And I'm like, all right, like twice is like a little like, okay, I need to be watching this, like whatever. And then as I'm walking there, I walk by the makeup and I'm like, okay, well, I want to stop and look at it or whatever. I stop and I look, and then he appears in the aisle again. And I'm like, okay, this is annoying. So I go back to the feminine products aisle.
For an example, pause right here. This man has already done, 2 or 3, things that she's picking up on. None of these, I won't say none of these things. You're not putting yourself in a woman's shoes as a man. You should be thinking right now, if I like this woman, I don't want to make her feel like I'm stalking her or I'm following her. So I need to not follow her or stalk her, right? If you see a woman and you like her, just go. I mean, if they're going to approach her, just approach her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't like, I'm not saying you got to beeline it to her, right? But like, just approach her. Just approach her. When you do all of this stuff, now you're making her uncomfortable. Now it looks more weird, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's again, it's men are creepy. This is the type of shit I'll be saying about men. Like, how can you not understand that that's weird? Like, what do you expect is going to happen now that she has picked up on the fact that you followed her onto the fucking makeup aisle? You don't think she like is clocking that? Okay, cool. You was in the Raid aisle. That would have been a perfect time to approach her then, right? The first aisle you went to, cool. You followed her to the aisle. You peeped game. You liked her. Hey, saw you. Da. You know what I'm saying? Don't crowd her. Don't make her feel weird. Don't approach her. Don't try to get physical touch or anything like that. I guess beyond a handshake, but don't try to get physical touch. Don't try to get in close. Greet her. Say what you're gonna say to her. You know what I'm saying? And if any sign of uncomfortableness, just you know what? I just wanted to let you know that. Have a great day. I thought you were beautiful. Whatever. Skedaddle. Like, men got to really start understanding how weird and how weird men are and how dangerous the world is for women just being in proximity to men. That's what this is, an exercise in that.
So I go back to the feminine products aisle because I still hadn't grabbed what I needed, and he's just standing there. He's just standing there looking at the tampons. Like, sir, I know you don't need that. Even if for some reason you're getting that for a family member or a girlfriend, like, why were you in the same lanes as me? Okay, whatever, fine. I'm like, whatever. Let me just get my stuff and go, okay? As I'm heading towards the register, he heads towards the register, but he doesn't have anything in his hand. So he just kind of hangs out around the, like, stuff they put by the register. And then when I check out, he walks out the front door. So he's technically in front of me, but he's walking out at the same time, right? And I'm like, I'm going to keep him in front of me. So we're walking out at the same time. He goes to his car. I go to mine, immediately lock the doors. I'm like, all right, I'm in my car. I'm good. I go to drive. Okay. I pull out. There's not a lot of people in the parking lot. It's Memorial Day. I pull out and he pulls out at the same time. Okay. And I go this way, he goes this way, but then to get back to like the main road, we're on parallel roads and he's just going with me. And I'm like, I'm not going to the exit where I'm inevitably going to get stopped at this red light with this man behind me. I'm not doing that. So I turned into Chipotle that was close, and lo and behold, I park at Chipotle. Guess who shows up? Just traveling behind my car. I'm like, okay, this is a thing. This is now a thing. Anyways, I pull out of the Chipotle and then I decide to go up to the intersection. I don't know where he went at that moment, but then he pulls up behind me at the intersection and I was going to go straight. But then when he pulled up behind me, I ended up going right. And perfect timing, there were two cops that were at the intersection, but they were going like the opposite way, but they were at the intersection. And I don't know if their presence scared him away, but he didn't follow me. So anyways, I got away. But it just made me think about, I was out with my friends this weekend celebrating my boyfriend graduating, and we went out with his.
When you hear that, man, like, what are you thinking? Because when I hear that type of stuff, I'm like, yeah, this seems like my wife has stories like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so many women have stories like this. And and I'm not saying every man is stalking women, you know, in this way, but I feel like the vast majority of men have made a woman or women in general feel uncomfortable at some point in time, right? If that is a common experience of women, wouldn't you expect women to not want men to approach them anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like, if shit like this is happening, how do it's like, oh, well, I'm not him, but how the fuck do they know? How do they know you're not that guy? Even if here's what I'm saying, like that dude could go to the next store and be normal and approach her. She would never know that he just got done doing this to this woman. That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean? Like, so it's just like, this is the collective experience of women. And instead of men who claim to not be these types of men, take this into account and go, okay, I need to change how I approach women. I need to change how this conversation is being had, blah, 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 blah. You guys try to be like, women don't want men to approach me anymore. And then you guys try to do this like Uno reverse shit where it's like, I'm actually afraid of women now. Like, please, shut the fuck. Please, bro. You're afraid of women. Has a woman ever done that to you? What that guy did to her? No? Okay, shut the fuck up.
And celebrating my boyfriend graduating, and we went out with his cousins and some of our friends, and six men total in this group. Okay, I'm with my boyfriend and I noticed this guy like looking at me, and I'm a little uncomfortable because I can just feel my spidey senses, the tingly hairs on my neck are standing up, and I'm like, that's weird. But I'm with my boyfriend's cousins, my boyfriend, and like dear friends. Like, I'm good, I'm not even worried about it. And then I keep going about my night and I keep seeing this guy everywhere. And we're at this like arcade place. So there's like lots of little games you can play. We were playing basketball and Mario Kart and little pinball machines and like all the stuff. And at all of the games I'm playing, mind you, I am with this group of guys and my boyfriend, whom is holding my hand in between things. Like, it's not like I'm alone, okay? Every game I play, he just comes right to the game right next to me. And then I go to another game and...
Did your boyfriend not notice this? Like, what?
I'll be at the game, everything's fine, and then suddenly he appears at the game right next to me. Or right behind me. Like, I was playing basketball and he was at the one right behind me. Okay, so like, I noticed it a few times, and here's what's so annoying. No matter how many times this happens to me, I feel so dramatic and like causing a problem, and oh, I think he's looking at me, like I don't think everyone's obsessed with me. I don't think everyone's following me. I'm not like crazy paranoid. Like, people follow you. Like, men are creepy and weird. So I have to be aware, but I don't want to cause a scene. And it's like such a fine balance. And so
And men play up on that. Like, what do you mean? I was just, you know, like plausible deniability type shit. Like, what are you talking about? I was just playing basketball by, you know. Yeah, that's what, like, that's a part of it too. That's a part of the game too. It's literally like gaslighting women without even saying anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is to me. It's like you're doing all of this weird stuff. You're not saying anything directly. You're not like you touched her or anything. She thinks / knows you're following her, but you don't ever do anything directly. And then if she were to turn around and be like, may I help you? Lady, what's your deal? I'm just here trying to have a good time like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it turns into.
I have to be aware, but I don't want to cause a scene. And it's like such a fine balance. And so eventually I tell one of my boyfriend's cousins, he was standing right next to me at the moment when I was like, okay, I've got to say something. And I was like, hey, like, I've seen this guy at multiple games. And every single time I'm somewhere, he shows up. And I'm just feeling like a little bit uncomfortable about it. I don't think anything's happening, but I'm just a little nervous. And he was like, no, I noticed him too. He's definitely watching you. And I was like, okay, not in my head. Cool.
Wait. So y'all noticed that this dude was stalking this girl and y'all didn't. He's okay. I don't know. What can you do in this case? I guess, right? I guess you can't say anything to the guy, but I guess I don't know. I feel like you could, but yeah, that's just because if it's impacting her ability to enjoy herself, then I feel like it's our duty to either leave, right, or say something to the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Out of my head. Anyways, nothing ended up happening. He just like was a vulture circling around the entire night. And I was just uncomfortable. I just felt watched. And I'm with my boyfriend and all these people. You would think that's not a woman you would target. And nothing happened because I was with all these people. But it just made me so unnerved and it's just so frustrating. These are things that have happened within this past weekend. Like, I don't know. I feel like creepy men are getting bolder. I don't know.
Nah, they're not getting bolder. They just maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's more. I don't know. I have no idea. But I know men are weird though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know men are weird. I know men are stalkery. I know men spin blocks on women. I know men. I've seen men when I was when I was a kid, you know, walking down the street with, you know, girls, like teenage girls my age, and men bust U-turns and follow everybody, following the girl. We go to the liquor store, he jump out the car and go to the liquor store. Yeah, I've seen that before. So men being weird since forever, but it's like I just want to say this. I know this is not going to get through to the weird men. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the men that are doing this. But I'm just saying, like, to the men that don't understand what's going on, women, when you see this type of stuff, like, it's important for you to consume this type of content and listen to women as well, because the way that you guys are so, like, collectively, the way that us men are, like, so dismissive of this is ridiculous. Like, it is utterly ridiculous. And it is all to protect our ego. And also, I think y'all know that men are creepy, but you're just playing into the whole, like, mass gaslighting of women, right? And be like, I never did it. I didn't see it. The men are, those are the dudes you're meeting, you know, whatever you guys say to rationalize this shit and justify it. But it's like, you know what's going on though, dog. You see exactly what's happening. Dudes are fucking strange, like super duper weird. So how about us normal guys stop making it weird, right?